Okay, we left off with the structure strips, and here they are. This is part 2, and I'm going to grab my tape, score tape, and I'm going to tape my pieces up to, but not on the score line, just somewhere a little bit closer, about a 1/16 of an inch. And just not, it doesn't really matter, as long as it's not on the score line. I'm going to do those real quick. And 4 of those, we don't need 4 of those, I'm just making 4 of those. So putting that down here, over, cut. And Carol, I hope that your daughter's wedding is wonderful. And I hope that these boxes will be really cool for you. So they're fun to make. Like I said, I had done this as it's one of my first things, one of my first big jobs was to get an order for a million of these, and it just about killed me, but I never wanted to see these again for a while. But they're always fun to make. So I'm glad that you suggested that I do a video on it. So here we go. One more structure strip. Gosh, my glasses, I'm going to have to get them out. Oh, I don't want to get old. But it's going to happen. So I better be prepared. Alright, so there's that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to do these backwards only because they're going to go in that crack of that of the joints of our thing in a second. I'll show you in a second. So let me just do a couple. Okay, so I'm going to cut 3.5-inch pieces with my trimmer, which is over here. There it is. So I'm cutting 3.5-inch strips, and I'm going to need 4 of them. So 3.5-inch strips. 1, 2, 3, and number 4. Okay, so put that back over here. I'm going to pull the tapes, here we go, off the backings. Pull the backing tape off the structure strip. So I'm going to pull that. I'm going to grab my little thing. Is that in the way? So I'm going to take that and pull it. Okay, and then I'm going to pull this back over. See how I'm folding it just a little bit at an angle, and I'm putting it kind of down in the gap a little bit, but not really in the gap. Just to know where I'll place it. To know where to place it. Next strip. Can you all hear that frog? It's amazing. It's loud. Okay, third one. Okay, here. I made these into gift card holders originally. But you can do whatever you want with them, but they really work for gift card holders, which I will show you in a little bit. Okay, so that's down. Okay, let me grab my bone folder real quick. What is it? Here's one. Okay, I'm just going to go back over these just a little bit. Probably doesn't need to be done, but I'm going to do it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to grab my scissors, which are on the other side of this little roundabout. Here it is. Okay, so I'm going to grab my scissors, You can cut this with a craft knife. You can grab your scissors. This is just easier for me. And I line this up with that corner first. Line my scissors up here. Let's see, can I see that? So I'm lining it up with the corner, and I'm lining it with that corner, and I'm chopping down into that corner. So once again, line it up with this corner. Put the nose of my scissors into the corner. Line it up with this corner on this end, and cut into it. So corner, nose into the corner, corner lined up, cut. Nose into the corner, lined up, cut. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to let me grab this. I'm going to grab my ruler. Here it is. I'm going to line these up here like that. And I'm going to cut the corners. I'm going to miter the corners off. Okay. Do that on all 4 sides. Hold that. Line it up. Cut. Line it up. Cut. Oops, there we go. Line it up. And cut. Alright, so my corners are now done. I'm going to throw these over to the side because I may use these, and I'll show you in a second why. Well, we might as well go do it now. So I'm going to grab these. You know what I'm going to do first? Let's do this. So slowly, let's pull these up since we've got it cut. Okay, you don't want to go too fast because you'll crack the paper. So I'm going to grab that and bring it up. Grab that, bring it up. Grab that, bring it up. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to do something crazy, but it needs to be done. I'm going to grab my glossy accents. Probably work with anything. I think I'm doing this right. You know what? Let's see. You know what? Maybe I need to do this later. So hold on to that thought. I'm going to go ahead and tape this. So once again, I've got 1/4 inch tape. And you can either tape here, or you can tape here. I'm going to go ahead and do it here. All the way around the edges. The top edges. So you want to cut that with a craft knife because that makes you happy. Totally cool. I'm going to tear this because I want to get this done for you guys. So I'm going to pack up, go see my niece tomorrow. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pull these down a little bit. Alright. Go ahead and, somebody said, who was it? Kathy or Laura that said audition folds. I thought that was really kind of what you're doing, kind of preparing it to be glued down. So I'm going to pull the tape and I'm going to glue them down. So on all the edges. So I'm going to pull that and glue it down. Pull that, glue it down. You can see these are longer, or this one's longer than that one. Totally doesn't matter. They're going to be covered up, so it doesn't matter. So that gets glued. So they're all glued down. I'm going to just reinforce that really quickly. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and try these out a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go back and fix these corners a little bit. Push those in. What I'm doing is I'm just pushing in those corners, and I definitely learned that secret from Laura Dennison over at the Following the Paper Trail. She is the most clever lady. So there's that. Okay. Alright, So, let's see. I think that's what I'm doing. Is that what I'm doing? Yep. So those are going to be taped down. All of them are going to be taped down next. So I tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off my tape at an angle. And then I am going to start at the top. And I'm going to tape down there. Find my knife. Cut. Okay, if you take this down, directly down, it's the same angle now. So I'm going to put it down here and bring it over and cut. Okay, I'm going to start over here on this side. Bring it over, cut it off, bring it over, like that, cut it off, oops, cut it off, over. This is what would be different if you were making a box. You'd leave some of these open to wrap on the outside, but these are all going on the inside, so we can tape them all. So I'm cutting those lighter. Let's see. Okay, this goes here, and this is my last one, I think. So there's that. Okay, put it on here if you want to. Doesn't matter. The only thing is that if you put it around the whole length, you're going to catch some of that tape there. Yeah, let me say, if it was there the whole length, if you put it down on the chipboard, the whole length, you would have a space there that would be a sticky spot. That's what I'm trying to say. So let me go back and pull these. I'm going to check my timeout and see where I'm at. So we can start part 3. Do 2 of these at a time, maybe. I hope y'all can see this. Keep flying this thing around 90 miles an hour. There we go. All right. One last flap. There's that. There's that. Okay, I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to just reinforce those a little bit. Really good all around all the edges now. Okay. All right. So once again, I'm going to bring those up and see. So that's really the base outside of your box right there. Okay. So now we're going to line it. Now let me grab a lining paper off the pad. Let's just do something simple. Let's do these stripes. I have 2 pages now. So the stripes are going to be the inside lining. And I know that I need to make that, let's see, let's say 3 and a half. Okay, so let's make it 3 and a half. I'm sorry. Yeah, 3 and a half. 3 and a half inch square. So I'm going to grab my trimmer again. I'm going to move this out of the way for a while. Grab my trimmer and make it 3 and a half. You know what? I forgot to look at my time. Let me go look real quick. Yep, it's time to do part 3. I will see you back in a second. Stop.